I discovered this next act in a tiny village in Italy. Truly the most exotic of places in the world. He was just a 10-year-old boy. I raised him. I bathed him. I shaved him from head to toe. He is truly a wonder to behold. Presenting Benjamin Lazarus!
Welcome to my incredible display of dark arts and mystical prowess, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's unfortunate fact that in this mortal coil we are all born to suffer from all manner of maladies in daily life. Who here has not had a friend or loved one near death's door from coal gas fumes, typhoid fever, diphtheria, or the bite of a rabid animal? The greatest wealth is your health. All the gold in the world cannot purchase it, and yet it is the most delicate and tenuous of all life's gifts. And nothing knocks down death's door faster than this. A man cannot outrun a bullet. Many fools have tried and failed in this endeavor, including the tonic salesman I caught bedding my wife. I joke. I assure you, he has met his maker and they are playing gin rummy among the molten lava of Hades. I have traveled all around the world, delighting young and old with all manner of feats of amazement, but none are as dangerous as what I am prepared to attempt tonight. I will hand this Dee Packenbush revolver over to my assistant and stand at considerable distance across the stage. She will point the revolver at my head and pull the trigger using lightning-quick reflexes taught to me by a tiny man I met in the distant Orient. I will catch the bullet in my teeth.
What are you doing after the show?
My teeth. To prove that these are indeed live rounds, if my sharpshooting assistant would be so kind as to shoot this bottle of Lalicola off my head.
This is insane.
Off my head. Careful. I could do without a bullet in the brain right now.
Okay. Oh my God, go on.
Oh my God! Sweet Jesus.
That bit always scares me. Now, observe as I, the great Benjamin Lazarus, will do what no man has ever done and cheat death as if it were nothing.
What is he doing? Oh my God!
Yeah.
This is how you put on a show!
Thank you. Let's do that again.
All right. Oh, I can't take it.
You're pulling my leg. This is a bunch of dang balderdash.
A skeptic. I am Benjamin Lazarus. I assure you, I am not participating in some hoax or carnival ruse. These bullets are 100% real. In fact, I challenge any member of the audience to come forward with their own firearm, and I will yet again display my uncanny skill to catch a bullet in my teeth.
All right, then.
Fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will prove to you I am the greatest entertainer to ever live and the only man who laughs at death. Now, ready? Take aim.
Oh, we're gonna fight. It's too much.
This is incredible.
And fire. is just an illusion after all. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the remarkable Benjamin Lazarus, the most incredible entertainer the world has ever seen. I have delighted concert saloons, variety theaters, and dime museums. I have just returned from London, where audiences stood riveted for an entire hour as I attempted to escape a pair of handcuffs. Yes, I am the king of handcuffs. But tonight, as promised in the stories you've read in the newspaper, I will introduce my latest invention. This steamer trunk of death! Now, you are aware I can escape from any contraption. In fact, I offer $10 to anyone who can fashion a device that can hold me. $10! Right. That's a week's wages. A piano maker has tried and failed. Why, I even went to the sheriff and dared him to lock me in jail so I could escape. He wouldn't do it. I performed jail escapes completely without clothes, and he still declined, knowing that no jail can hold me. Oh my God. Let me thoroughly explain my apparatus. It is a specially made steamer trunk manufactured in Pittsburgh. It contains 3 impenetrable locks, reinforced steel bands, and inside are razor-sharp daggers that forbid me to move even 1 inch. Finally, my assistant will place this device over my face that will not allow me to breathe. I can hold my breath longer than anyone in the world, but I cannot hold it forever. Now, I do not foresee any accident happening, but we know in life accidents do happen. Babies arrive, bones are broken from a horse kick, worse, are started. This is my most dangerous escape yet, and should anything go wrong while I am attempting to escape and it is impossible for me to breathe, let me assure you my assistant is trained in case of an emergency and will rush in with an axe to save my life. I pray that does not have to happen. Now, I encourage you to hold your breath with me as I enter this steamer trunk of death. But I ask you, is it a case or a casket?
Oh my God, I can't watch.
Oh God, careful.
God!
Okay. What's happening? Where'd he go?
How'd he do that?
I have escaped!
No way!
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Ain't no way out of there!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Remember, time and space are just an illusion. Death can't be cheated. Thank you, Madame and Monsieur. Thank you all. I am the great Benjamin Lazarus, cheater of death, revealer of truth, and without a doubt, the world's finest escape artist. Death, madness,
It is all around us. A beautiful wife of 14 years old suddenly dies of colic and pleurisy. A wealthy man goes mad and hacks his family to bits. Why? The mind is weak, and yet it imprisons us all. Tonics and liquors keep the spirit buoyant as we all suffer all kinds of maladies in this life. These days, you are just as likely to die a man of 12 years old as you are a man of 42 or more. Now, you can easily ascertain by simple observation that those who live to an old age are not from the wealthier classes. Midnight banquets of highly seasoned food and champagne are not invigorating influences. They are excesses that promote premature decay. A decay that begins first in here, in the mind. You may have heard that in the mental wards of asylums, they keep the most violent and insane patients in a straight jacket. A piece of clothing used to restrain them so they don't injure themselves or others. It was invented in France 110 years ago. And tonight, you may deem me as suffering from some lunacy, as I am going to undress. And my assistant will put me inside this straight jacket. Jesus. Yes. Very good. I shall stand on this wooden stool and attempt to break free. However, I must be careful, as I will have this hangman's noose around my neck while doing so. Surely, no man alive can escape such a prison. Well, no man apart from me. Now, this jacket is tightly sewn and composed of cloth that cannot be ripped by the wearer.
Oh my God!
I am completely bound and unable to move.
Be careful!
I
Don't
must
hang
warn
yourself!
any women present who are prone to hysteria, fainting, or the vapors. They may not want to watch me attempt this escape, as it could end in my certain death. And as we all know, watching a man hang is not the best entertainment. Music, please.
Yeah, let's go!
Stay still. No one disturb me.
Oh my God, I can't watch! Holy shit!
Test them gallows!
Somebody do something!
Amazing! Get him down! He's hanging! Hell, I thought he was bluffing. Weird entertainment, this.
Wasn't that amusing? Quite the practical joker he is. Why would we hang a man for amusement? Ridiculous!
That was horseshit!
What an incredible night. I pray that you won't remember this evening for as long as you live. Or at least until tomorrow, when you might die of smallpox anyway. Good night, Saint Denis.
Let's see it!
While traveling in the hills of Bavaria, my olfactories were disturbed by a monstrous manure cart in front of me. I was surprised to find it wasn't pulled by a beast of burden, but instead by a mighty woman as strong as an ox. I present to you the great Hortensia! Yeah!
She's tough! Don't mess with her!
As strong as an ox she is.
Oh my god! That block will break her in two!
Yeah.
Don't mess up!
Oh my god, I can't watch.
She really waiting? Himself to square off with our next act. She is the strongest woman alive. Presenting Miss Hortensia from the deepest of Bavaria.
Is that really a lady?
Come on!
She's like a boss. Any amount look like her?
I have traveled across this country, from New York to San Francisco to Blackwater. No man can defeat me. Many have tried, and all have failed. Is there any man in this audience who thinks he can take me on? I will make you the laughing stock of this town. Come up on this stage and fight me.
Come on, someone, have a go.
Come on. Get up here. Ah, my next victim. Take your best shot.